Hey, this is the fire sign portal reading, okay? Let's clear out the energy. I'll bring this closer just to make sure that I can see what reading this is. This is for the fire signs. This is for the fire signs. That's probably too far away. Fire signs, okay? Fire signs reading. All right. One for the fire sign. Holy Spirit, thank you for this fire signs reading for this 9925 portal. Messages for the fire signs, Holy Spirit. Messages for the fire signs, Holy Spirit. And we thank you. I thank you for the messages fire signs need to know during this time. Messages that the fire signs need to know during this time, Holy Spirit. The messages that the fire signs need to know at this time, Holy Spirit. All right, Holy Spirit. Can you give me 3 cards for the fire sign reading? The messages that the fire signs need to know. Messages that the fire signs need to know during this time. We've got the 5 of Pentacles. 2 more cards, Holy Spirit, for the fire signs that wanted to come out. The Devil. And the 4 of Cups. Okay, what's the bottom of the deck? The 3 of Cups. So overall, some celebration going on. Starting out with the 5 of Pentacles. Looking at kind of some isolation. Then we have the Devil card, so looking at some kind of bondage. And then we have the 4 of Cups, which is looking at like some introspection, like going within, some soul searching. Especially if you feel bound to something, or you're isolated and bound to something, some deep reflection is likely needed. But the overall energy is a flying here. It's flying runners. Could be somebody that monitoring spirits around you too at the same time. Let's go ahead and clarify. Holy Spirit for the fire sign for 9/9 portal 2025. I thank you that you would give messages for the fire signs. Holy Spirit, messages for the fire signs. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Can you clarify, Holy Spirit, this 5 of Pentacles for the fire signs reading? Can you clarify the 5 of Pentacles? 9 of Wands. Let's go ahead. Can you clarify, Holy Spirit? Clarify the Devil for the fire signs reading. Goodness, the cards have flipped all around. I'm going to flip them all back to where they need to be, because that's going to throw me off. Let's make sure they are flipped. I think we got them a little bit mixed up here. Let's try to get them back into position. I don't know, that happens with me sometimes. Here we go. Let me do a good shuffle again. Alright, Holy Spirit, can you clarify the Devil for the fire signs reading? Clarify the Devil for the fire signs reading. Clarify the Devil for the fire signs reading. Something flipped up just then. I felt it flip. At least it felt like it did. I did feel a flip in the card. Like one of the cards flipped up in my hand. So it could be some confusion or some stop starts, restarts, or some kind of energy trying to get in the way of whatever's going on. That did come up. That's the Empress card. It's like I know something flipped up. I felt it flip up in my hand. All right, Holy Spirit, let me do another quick shuffle. It seems like you could have some energy around you, like I was saying. Look at that. My cards keep wanting to flip out of order. there could be some energy around you trying to cause something to be out of order. Something wants to be completely out of order, or to cause you a lot of problems. Even now, my cards are still going completely out of order. But we're going to get the message that we need. Holy Spirit, can you clarify the Four of Cups for this one to pop up? Seven of Cups. All right. Now, the overall energy is showing a Ten of Swords. But at the same time, when you look at a Ten of Swords, it's also endings. So it could be some endings. But endings do what? They make a new beginning. And it could be hurtful. It could be painful. Because at the bottom, you got a Three of Cups, which is celebration. But you also got this Ten of Swords, which is a painful ending. It could still be both. There may be a painful ending for you to get to this Three of Cups. And that's the truth, okay? So being isolated, feeling like somebody is isolated right now when it comes to this fire sign reading. And then with this Knight of Wands to clarify that isolation. Not only isolated and, you know, maybe some lack going on, but more so like isolation. In this card, she looks, you know, alone, sad, kind of just, it's just her, it's nobody else. With this Nine of Wands, it's like some challenges going on. Some challenges. But persevering through the challenges, but it's hard if you isolate it. If you isolate, that means it's just you working through these challenges, right? And then after that, we got the Devil card, which is like being bound to something. Being bound to something. Or temptations wanting to rise in your life and being bound to something. Now with this Empress card, to clarify that Devil card, it's like growth, like the abundance. Like there's some abundance coming to you. It's possibly temptation, something bound to something that was tempting too at the same time. Or you could be this Empress energy, which is this nurturing person, which is this creativity, this growth. And it could be an out of order relationship. If you look at this, whether this is romance or not, it's out of order. The devil wants a person to be bound to them. This is energy of addiction, things like that, where the Empress is fertile ground. You know, it's water, it's everything that's needed, where this is something like created to keep you in a stagnant energy, to keep you bound. Like somebody coming in that's got complete lack of nothing that you need but temptation. And here you are, you got this fertile ground. You may be isolated, but you got this fertile ground. You may have challenges that's going on around you, but you still got this fertile, abundant energy. And if something wants to come in and be temptation and bind you and different things like that, it could be a situation like that going on. Because you got this Four of Cups, which is this introspective energy. Like you could be really thinking hard on this. Like you could feel very abundant. You could feel like, ooh, it's like I'm getting ready to birth something. Something's getting ready to come in for me. All the work that I'm doing, you could be introspecting on it and thinking about like, what's moving forward? How do I move forward? Searching your soul to like, what do I want to choose as well? You know, when it comes to love. And then with that Seven of Cups, every love option is coming in, and this love option is coming in. Some of them are going to be illusions, fake, this temptation, this devil energy. Some of them are going to be balanced energies that's going to help you grow, right? Some of them could cause you more challenges. Some of them could come in and take what you have and leave you in lack. Lack mentally, emotionally, physically, lacking. Just come and steal this full, abundant energy that you have. Or bind you so they can feed off of you. But then at the same time, you're able to introspect enough. You're isolated, but you're also able to introspect. But with that, you see that this temptation, you see that this challenge is coming. You see that it's somebody to want to take from you and leave you in lack. And you are sitting here in this Empress energy, but you got other options. Just because there's 7 options, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is completion. If you got somebody that's temptation, is there. Somebody that's bondage is there. Somebody that's going to cause you challenges, that's there. Somebody that could come in to take from you and leave you in lack. But then you, this Empress energy, with this 4 of Cups, you're able to introspect. You're introspecting about love. And you got another cup that's probably a good option. And you got this main cup that still could be great options there. You just have to introspect enough to figure out which choice is the right choice for you. Because there's choices coming in love. One of them wants to bind you down. And that 10 of Swords being there, meaning it's going to hurt. Because even though you got choices in love, what I feel like is more of those choices are, more of them are ones that want to drain you, leave you in lack, try to bind you, try to take your energy to keep you from being able to do the things you. It looks like you might have 2, possibly, I'll say 3 good options with this at the bottom. So 4 of them are not going to be, but at the end of the day, it's a celebration that's coming. To be able to celebrate in love, or just celebrate and be happy, whether you have that partner or not. Even if you don't choose any of them, you're still going to celebrate. You're still going to be happy at the end of the day. But just know that the choices that are coming, they are not all good for you. And I want to further clarify. I'm just going to take a little bit of that deck here. Holy Spirit. Ooh. I have to leave this over here. Yeah, it's that with that 10 of Swords. And even though it's going to hurt, as these types of things do, at the end of it, you're going to celebrate. And just know that every choice that's coming in is not good. That's why that 7 is coming with the introspection. That 7 of Cups is coming with that 4 of Cups. You're going to have to deeply introspect. You know how to do that. You've been used to being kind of alone, kind of in lack, probably a lack of love, a lack of attention, a lack of all of this. And just because you get that attention, you sit and you think on all those options, because one of those options wants to give you challenges. One wants to leave you in complete lack. One wants to bind you and cause temptation in your life. One, you know, when you look at the devil, somebody want to bind you. Somebody wants to tempt you. Somebody wants to have you in addiction. Somebody wants to have you pulled down to a different level than you're already on. You're an Empress energy. So you only want something that's going to be of an Empress status or Emperor status, correct? Holy Spirit, clarify. So I'm pulling out all these blank cards. That's another blank one. I have to use that for something else. That's another blank one. All the blank ones is coming out during this reading. Okay. But we do have an Ace of Wands. See? An Ace of Wands. New passion, new fiery energy. When you make the right choice, you're going to get the full energy that you need. You've been feeling lack-minded. You've been feeling alone and having to always be in this introspective, which is good to be in that, but you don't want to always be in that. This new passionate energy, you're going to celebrate. And it's going to hurt. But you're going to have to leave that devil, them devils behind, them bondages behind. This pain that's going to cause, half of it is going to be you having to walk away from it. Then the bottom, the fire sign, South Node. So this person might have a fiery energy just like you. It may be very tempting. But if they're in their South Node, they're willing to bind you up. They're willing to leave you in lack. They're willing to give you this passionate energy, this wand energy. And it'll be enjoyment for the moment. But then it can overtake you. And the Knight of Wands is also like a Wheel of Fortune energy. They come in. If they come in. Oh, no, that's the Ten of Wands. But since I said it, let's take a look at it. Now, this is somebody that's gonna like bring challenges, but you're gonna persevere through it anyway. But you don't need any extra challenges. Don't put extra challenges on yourself. There is a monitoring spirit that's watching. So be aware. They could be monitoring you, so they can try to come and bind you up. This could be another fire sign. You could be attracted to this fire sign, this fire energy. This fire is passionate, it's charismatic, it's all those things. But you got an ace coming in. You got an ace. You got celebrations and love coming in. You already introspecting. You're already the Empress. You need to realize that you got this ace with passion and energy that's coming to you, and a Three of Cups, which is celebration. You got to figure out which choice to make. But you're the Empress. You should be able to do it. And you're introspecting, right? You should be able to do it. It should be doable for you. Holy Spirit, one message for the fire sign reading. From the messages of the universe. One message for the fire sign reading. All right, we had this one I want to flip up. Take those two. Here we go. It says, don't lose sight of this truth. You came here to evolve, grow. So it is necessary to experience the difficult times. That's when you will grow the most. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. You're going to grow through this. This is an experience that you really need. Your time is coming. Everything is coming together for you. But you must meet the universe halfway. Slipped out my hand. Hold only a bright and happy vision of yourself with successful outcomes. Don't allow your fears or insecurities to stand in your way. Don't let anything that you're insecure about shift your decision when these options come in. You have to be from this grounded energy, this introspective energy, this Empress energy. You need to know what's truly abundant and what is not abundant. And there will be things that will come in to make you think that it's abundant. And I don't know, I kept saying the 10 because of this 10 of Swords, but then I was like the 10 of Wands. So this could be the difference between your Wheel of Fortune and not having your Wheel of Fortune if you make the wrong decision, because somebody is ready to take your energy and leave you in full light, bind you, get you into addiction loop, get you bound to wanting to be around them. Like I said, this fire sign in the South Node, to have you bonded and bound to this passionate energy. And it could be difficult to get out of. It could become just an addiction to you. So just be aware. Be very much so aware. Let's get from the soul's journey, okay? Holy Spirit, one card for the fire signs. Holy Spirit, one card for the fire signs. Reading. Holy Spirit, one card for the fire signs. Right. It says, listen to life. I am attentive to the world around me. Signs and symbols guide me to success. I listen and discover the way to the eternal. Listen to your internal voice. As you introspect, as you already kind of been isolated a little bit, but introspect so that when you make the right choice, you make the right choice. It's manifestation of light. I see the beauty in me. I grow. I develop my inner self in harmony with light and beauty. I free myself from negativity. My heart transforms. My intellect shines. My inner light grows. There's a light inside of you. Allow it to grow. Because if you can withstand making a decision, it's going to hurt to get away. But you can't do it. Because if you don't get away from it, it's going to leave you lack. It's going to leave you in this temptation, constantly being tempted and stuck in a cycle where you're not going to be happy. And you got celebration coming up ahead, and you are the Empress. You're growing and you're learning. And the signs and the symbols to guide you are there, but you got to be introspective enough to pay attention to them. Okay? Fire signs, that's your reading. 9/9 portal reading for the fire signs.